Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies if it's late. So I'm 36 minutes late exactly. But in my mind, I've just just done the whole thing to nobody at all, due to a technical fault. So hopefully I can actually be seen now. Let's find out. Don't know what happened there. I think I made a bit of a boob by setting that I had something to do with the settings on the live feed, I believe. I'll see if I'm actually coming up now. Right, I still can't see myself, so can anybody leave me a comment, see if this is actually working this time? Right. Someone's liked the video, so apparently it's working now. Ah, there I am. I'm on. Thank you. Thank you. I don't really know what happened there. I think I must have accidentally set it to private rather than public. So I'm going to make a start on my 5th edition of 42 guitars. Let's get funky. There we go. That's enough of that. So, how are we all out there? Hello, everybody. Finally, I am on air. I apologize for being late, but technical difficulties got me there. So, hi, Paddy. Hi, Scott. Hello, Charlotte. Yes, I might have just got it right now. That's good. Hi, Jack. Wayne. Hello, Wayne. Hello, Andy. Russ. Yes, another day in lockdown. I am quite happy to do this. It's I've got 30 something more, 37 more. So you're gonna be bored of it by the end. Can't hear the bass very well. Well, I'll turn it up. Don't worry, mate. You'll be able to hear it at some point. So backing track too loud. All right. No, I take the hint. It might be bassy speakers, but I don't mind turning up. I've never been one to shy away from being loud. How's that? Can you hear me, mother? Is that any better? Have you got me now? Yes, at last, the Ron Show. Right. I think you should hear it now. Yeah, that should be okay. I think that's loud enough for me. Anyways, right. So let's thank you, Charlotte. You can hear it well enough in your and the one thing is you can hear it in the house. Right, this is the first in the series of the bass guitars in my 42 guitars collection. So this is the Bitsa bass. This is I thought I'd do this one first because it's just one of the more interesting ones because it's not a genuine Fender. It's a Bitsa caster put together by my good friend Lee Jacobs. I bought it off him a few years back. It was something he had around his CEO, and I really liked it. It was a nice sound, nice jazz. It felt really nice to play. It's not an expensive guitar at all. It's actually a relatively cheap one in comparison. It's a again one of those classic Bitsa basses. That's a happy accident. It turns out being sort of quite nice, more than the sum of its parts, I would say, because it's not. Again, it's a fairly. I mean, Lee could probably tell you more than that, but it's it appears to be like a Chinese or Japanese neck and a body. I don't think it's Fender. The pickups are probably the most expensive thing in there. The set of EMGs, and they give it a great sound. It's not even a Fender bridge. It's like a sort of, if you have a look at that, you can see that's non-Fender as far as I can tell. So it looks a bit 80s to me. It's an active bass. I think it's an 18 volt. It's got 2 batteries stuffed in there somewhere. So again, I think it's not like because it's a Bitsa. There's no place for the active batteries to go, so they are literally shoved into the control cavity. So well done, Lee, putting this whole thing together. It's got actually a really nice neck. I find this is the easiest to play out of all the basses I have. It's got the lowest action of all of them. I can get it really, really low, so that's really good. And it just has a nice. It just is very nice on your hands. It just doesn't require any or that much effort to play, which is pretty good, I think. So continue with that. It's what I like about this is I've personalized it, so it's always going to be mine, because what I've done is I've bought a decal off Tinternet, and you'll probably be able to see that from there. That's my decal for this particular bass. So if you see that, it's Fender style logo, but instead of saying Fender Jazz, it says Ron's bass guitar. So you see, it's mine. No one will mistake it for anything else. So if I put it even closer, you'll see it's called Ron's bass guitar with 4 strings, because it's got 4 strings. All right. And on the back, actually, even more of a surprise, I got this one done along with a decal. It's where the serial number should be. You'll see it says serial number RS, which is my name, my initials, I should say, and then 01. which is base number 1, and then it's got 241070, which you might guess is relevant to me, is when I was born. And it then says made from bits, because that's exactly what it was, made from bits. But again, like I say, it's one of those bases that's it's not an expensive base. I didn't pay a great deal for it. I think I might have paid a couple of £100 for the thing. But it sounds really nice. It sounds probably better than two or three of the other bases I've got for the style I play on it. And it sort of leads you to, for some reason, it makes me play slap a lot on it, because it's so easy to do. So it's nice like that, just to show you the pickup sort of settings. That's the middle pick, what should I say, both pickups on setting. Hiya, David. So that's both pickups on. Then there's the classic back, sort of like the dry sounding, sort of trebly sound. So yeah, that's the typical sound of the back pickup there, quite nice. And then the front pickup, you can still get that sort of soulful. You take the tone down a little bit, use the front pickup, you still go. So you can still get that sort of soulful thump. And so on. So, bit of soul in there. I quite like what is this good at? This is good at this. A bit of jungle boogie there. So yeah, that's basically what this bass is good at. I'm going to play a little. Let's play some mellow, laid-back stuff so you can see what this bass is good at in particular. Yes, bit of reverb. Don't normally have reverb on bass, but I can do some solo stuff. Yeah, that was a little jam, and the end of that was Dune Tune from a band called Level 42. Andy McDonald. What strings are on that? Well, the strings on this one, I believe, are actually pretty light because I always have one bass set up, at least one bass set up with really light strings because I have a few problems with arthritis. So if I'm feeling tender, in the hands, then I will put some light strings on, use the bass that has light strings. I think this has 100, 100 down to 40. Basically, yeah. So it's light strings. Normally, I would use sort of 105s, and there's 110s, I think, on the Precision. So pretty heavy, but on this one, it's a pretty light strings. And Dougie likes the T-shirt. Oh yeah, the lightsaber T-shirt. I have all three of these working models. So, what else should we say about this bass? This is sort of again the bass I would take out to anything like a function because it's sort of yes, Jack, round wounds on this one, definitely round wounds because I always like to have like a couple of basses with rounds, a couple of basses with flats. Most of the time, actually, if I'm doing sort of if I'm doing gigs, I think you can cover everything on a jazz with rounds, or you can cover everything with the flats on it. It depends on what sort of tone you're going for. I mean, I personally like Precision with flats, that particular sound, but because I do some like cover gigs, function stuff, it's a you have to do sort of some songs that don't particularly go with having sort of flats on the Precision, and that sound is quite good for like sort of a lot of modern stuff. So that's why I tend to use it. Jackson 5 there. Do like that one. So, if there's no request of playing in particular, I might just show you this riff I have planned. So what I thought, as it's my special slap style bass guitar, which I didn't do a lot of slap on, I thought what I'd do is show you a slap riff. Now, if you look in the folder on my Facebook page called 42 Guitars Stuff, you will find a tab sheet called Slap and Tickle. So it should be relatively easy to find. So I'm going to show you the riff. There's two little riffs, slap riffs from that. Slap and Tickle. Riff 1 and Riff 2, pretty similar. Hi, Rob. Sounding good. Thank you very much. Did I use that based on the infamous Get On With It gig we jammed at Ledham? I don't know. I think I used my 5-string on that gig. I know which one you mean, but I'm pretty certain I used my red 5-string Fender. But to be honest, I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was that one. This was probably stuck in a case in the loft at the time. Anyway, this riff for you, Slap and Tickle number 1. I do a lot of when I'm slapping, I do a lot of left and right hand stuff. So in other words, you hit with the right hand and then also hit with the left to make up for some rhythm like that. There you go. Yes, I did. I think it was my 5-string. I'll grab it. There it is. That's my 5-string. So that would be the one I think I used at that gig. That's a nice bass. I'll be talking about that one at some point in the future, in the next 30 odd days, I imagine. So that's my 5-string. That's got a bit of history to it as well. So, where was I? Slap and tickle. So yeah, I like to use both hands to get the rhythm. So it's very like percussive. I like that percussive thing because you can fill out loads of rhythm. So you don't have to sort of play notes all the time. You've got like that sort of thing. That sort of thing. So this one is going to be using the right and the left hand. So we'll start off. If you probably can't see it in front of you, but I can. And this is basically you're going to hit the E string with your thumb, and then you're going to hit with your left hand. You're sort of going to slap the strings down on the left hand. So like that. Important technique to get. Like that. That. So what you do next is you go, and then you hit with the thumb. Like that. So, like that. So, right thumb, left hand, right thumb, but the right thumb is a dead note. So it goes, so it's one note followed by two dead notes. So then on this particular the slap, if you do it twice, like that. So it's, and then you finish it with a hammer on the A string, 5th to the 7th. So, and that's just like a little simple riff. And then on the other one, number 2, very similar riff, but you're actually going to go, there might be an extra note in that. I don't know. I might have done that wrong. I'll have to re-upload it if it is. But there's a the number 2 is basically the same thing, but you just do one of those, and then you hammer on the 5th to the 7th on the E, hit the A string as a dead note, and do it again. So. So you can sort of speed it up as much as you like. As soon as you get that technique, you can actually sort of throw in loads of all that sort of stuff. But it's getting that technique first. It's a bit like sort of playing drums. You can sort of do it without actually even playing. And so on. So easy, see, when you know how. So what I might do is leave it there. That's the golden bitsa bass, Ron's bass. Very nice, not expensive. Just goes to show that you can actually get something really quite tasty for not that much money. I even think the body's not even the same thickness as a Fender. It seems pretty thin as well. But still, certainly very nice. I'm going to play out now with a tune, another tune from level 42. This is one I did as a performance at university. And it's going to be sort of fast and furious, slappy thing, as is the habit with this particular bass. So hopefully you can hear the bass. I'll turn it up a little bit just to make sure that you have no problems hearing it. I wouldn't want to not hear the bass in this one. Thanks ever so much for listening in. If you'd like to donate to the musician's cause, you can donate on paypal.me/Ron Sayer Jr. Or you can buy a CD, which is always nice. So that's from www.sayerandjoyce.co.uk. or iTunes or Amazon or whatever you like, as long as you buy it. That's the main thing. Think I've told you everything about it. If you have any questions, you can always leave a message. I will let you know everything. There are no secrets as far as this bass goes. Right, this is Mr. Pink. There you go. That was Mr. Pink by Level 42. Little slap foray, as I like to say. I'm going to go. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you've enjoyed that. I will see you again very soon, very possibly tomorrow, with a 6-string version. Okay, stay safe, everybody. Thank you for listening again, and bye bye.